Good morning. Today is Friday, September 12th. Hope you've got some good rest ahead of you for the weekend. This is Wake Up with KERA News, and I'm Andrew Garcia. The sun's out again in full force today, with temperatures reaching the mid-90s, though it'll feel a fair bit hotter, so be on the lookout for that. We'll also see similar temperatures through the weekend, but we can expect some gentle breezes to hopefully cool things down a bit. One local restaurant critic calls banh mi sandwiches the ultimate fusion food. I joined him on the hunt for the best North Texas has to offer. We'll hear how that went after the news. Let's get into it. A Tarrant County jury ruled yesterday that Ronak Alam did not commit a hate crime when he vandalized a church in Euless. Alam was accused of spray painting F Israel on the church and putting up pro-Palestine stickers. The jury found Alam guilty of criminal mischief, but also ruled he did not commit a hate crime. The jury is set to decide Alam's sentence later today. Texas has dismissed a lawsuit accusing an El Paso physician of violating the state's ban on gender-affirming care for minors. The complaint filed last October claimed Dr. Hector Granados falsified records to provide care to patients under the age of 18. Granados denied the allegations. The Texas Attorney General's office says it found no legal violations. Similar lawsuits against two Dallas doctors are ongoing. Where can you find the best banh mi in Dallas? Brian Reinhart, D Magazine's dining critic, went on a quest to find out. During a recent lunch break, I tagged along for part of the journey, and then I sat down with KERA producer Therese Powell to report back on what I found. So, Therese, you ever had a banh mi sandwich?
I am a very big lover of pho. So when I visit a Vietnamese restaurant, I find it very hard to order anything else because, I have my mouth all ready for it,
Mm-hmm. Well, for anyone who hasn't had one, here's Brian with a good description of it.
Banh mi is the ultimate fusion food. It comes from the French bringing their baguettes to Vietnam, adapting the baguette slightly with the much more humid climate. So the bread is French, the mayo is French, and then the pickling and the grilled meats or cold cut meats that are inside is all Vietnam.
And Brian is no stranger to the combination of different foods and cultures.
Growing up in two cultures with a Turkish parent and an American Midwestern parent, I grew up without the assumption that there is a default food.
So, Andrew, I know it was a sacrifice going out and eating delicious food.
One that I will gladly accept every time. More assignments like this, please.
Oh, basil in this one. Nice.
By the end of his quest, Brian tried 40 different restaurants and bakeries, and I was lucky enough to try 3 that day. This one was from Malai Kitchen.
Love it. Okay. Cheers.
Cheers.
This is a massive jalapeno slice that I just included into the sandwich, so I'll see if this was a good or a bad idea on my part.
Oh, come on, Andrew. You're in Texas. We put jalapenos in oatmeal here. Jalapenos are never a bad idea.
I agree. I did like it. It was tasty, but it did give me a kick.
That's because you're from California.
I am definitely feeling my own jalapeno in here, and that just speaks to my own lack of wherewithal, I guess, so when it comes to spiciness. But I do like the char on the meatball. It's very tasty.
I'm glad you made it through the spiciness.
I am glad too. And actually, I got off easy because as I was researching, I found out in Vietnam, they often make these sandwiches with bird's eye chilies, which are about 10 to 20 times hotter.
Oh my.
So it seems like the fusion continued as the banh mi made its way here to North America.
Yeah, I'm guessing since bird's eye chilies probably weren't widely available when Vietnamese migrants came to Texas in the 70s, they substituted with what they had, which in this case, in Texas, it's jalapenos.
Following the Vietnam War, Dallas was one of the cities chosen to be a refugee haven for those coming from Vietnam and Cambodia, Laos as well. They brought their culture, traditions, and of course, their food, which has had a big impact on the North Texas restaurant scene ever since.
Dallas has this very strong feeling that we're steakhouse town, we're burger town, we're meat and potatoes, and Dallas is also a banh mi town. Dallas is a Nepalese food town. Dallas is a Lao food town. All kinds of different cultures here and all kinds of different ways of eating, which makes it really exciting. And it makes me feel a sense of mission to tell the rest of the country too, like, hey, it's time to update the picture of what Dallas is.
So Therese, since you've never had a banh mi, it seems only fitting for you to get to try one as well. So we headed to Pho is for Lovers on Greenville Avenue.
And instead of pho, my go-to favorite, we tried a couple of banh mi's.
We ordered the grilled pork banh mi sandwich. This was where Brian and I first went, and this was actually my favorite sandwich that I got to try. So you've got it here in front of you.
Yes, I do. It's really good. Very refreshing. I like the pickle. The pork is really good. Having lived here my whole life, I feel like I've tried everything, every kind of food there is to try here. So today, I feel like you really expanded my food horizons, so thank you.
That was my conversation with KERA's Therese Powell. It's a packed weekend in Major League Sports for North Texas, including FC Dallas taking on Austin FC at home on Saturday. The team's last face-off ended in a draw, and the Rangers start their series against the New York Mets tonight. The Rangers have really been surging to start the last month of the season, winning 7 of their last 10 games, just as the division-leading Astros have been slumping, suddenly turning what was a 2-way race for the last wildcard spot into a 3-way race for the division title between the Rangers, Astros, and currently leading Seattle Mariners. These next 2 weeks of baseball are going to be pretty exciting. Kick off Hispanic Heritage Month this weekend at the Dallas Arboretum. There'll be activities for kids, vendors, and the Quinceañera fashion show. For more information and some other fun things to do, visit our Go See DFW calendar at kera.org/calendar. Thanks for listening to Wake Up with KERA News. I'm your host, Andrew Garcia. This show is produced by Shardae White with editing support from Bekah Morr. For more news in your inbox, visit kera.org/wakeup. That's where you can subscribe to the Wake Up with KERA News newsletter. You'll get a more in-depth look into the news with plenty of good morning vibes. Connect with us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at KERATX. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you on Monday.